Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to go over a type of defense that is kind of a variation of a 1-1-3 defense, except a chaser is involved. Okay, see, this is another defense to basically stop an offense that has one main player, one specifically who's a guard who likes to penetrate to the paint, shoot at the high post, things of that nature. And maybe like a really athletic guy that, man-to-man or straight up man-to-man. You guys are having tough time stopping that particular player, and he's basically a one-man show. Now, this is something that we've run at the middle school and even the high school level to really confuse the other team as far as how to run their offense. Okay, so we played this in middle school against a team with basically, like I just said, with one star player, and he loved to push the ball up and down the court, loved to get out in transition. On offense, they just kept looking for him, and he would kill us. And then eventually we switched to this, and it slowed him down for one. We wouldn't full court press. We would just do this at the half court set and have one person chasing, one person helping at the top, and I'll show you that in a minute. But it really kind of confused the offense as far as how to run their offense, because it's not something that you typically see. And then also we ran this at the high school level, and literally whenever by the second quarter or third quarter, the point guard dribbled the ball down and yelled at their coach. He looked at our defensive set and he yelled at the coach, "What is this?" Because you don't really see it, and it's one in which definitely can give you some advantages, but does have some disadvantages too. Your vulnerable areas are going to be the high post areas and the wing. So if you're playing against a team that's really smart and that can consistently probably score the ball, you don't want to run this defense, because they're going to pick you apart and kind of catch on to the idea of where the open spots are. If you're playing a team that again has one star player and everybody else is just kind of hanging on his coattail on a night-to-night basis, then this may be something that you can try. And it's not designed to do the whole game. It's designed to at times, like we ran it maybe 2 quarters out of the 4 quarters, just to give them some different looks and kind of confuse them a little bit. So basically, you have a chaser. That person's playing man-to-man. Wherever that best player goes, that person goes. They're looking to deny the ball, and if they touch the ball, they're looking to play good defense, and they're looking to force that person into making a difficult shot, okay? Or try to get rid of the ball again because they're feeling the pressure. The top guy here, his job is to cover everything up top here, basically in this middle area. He's the help guy. So if this guy dribbles past the defender, his job is to help. If there's a screen at the top, his job is to switch temporarily until that person gets back, and then as the ball rotates around the perimeter and into the corner, they drop into help further back here, and then they eventually end up at the weak side block, and you'll see why here in a minute. And the guys on the blocks, their job is to protect the paint. If the ball goes to their wing, they come out and defend, and then the other back 2 guys rotate over to the ball, basically to replace where the other guy just came from. So 3 would go to the wing, 4 should be to the block, 5 should be over here in the middle, 2 should almost be back on the block, and then when the ball goes to the corner, the guy who was on the block will go cover the corner. Guy who was on the wing drops back in to help. Guy who was in the middle, which is the top guy, drops back to protect the paint. Okay, so the reason I like this, in a sense, a little bit more than a box and one, is because at the box and one, sometimes you typically, if you're playing against a good rebounding team, can give up a decent amount of rebounds, and because you're taking away some of your guys from the paint. And this here, you're still having at times, you should have about 3 guys at the paint and ready to rebound the ball on a shot. So I'm just going to kind of go through the rotations with you here and let you take a look at them in slow-mo. Then we'll go medium. Again, this is a I call it a trash defense because it's kind of, instead of a jump defense, I label it trash. So it's kind of funny too when your kids are going on the court and you hear them call it the defense, and you hear them yell out trash, 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 and the offense is kind of even more confused whenever they hear that. So take a look at the rotations, take a look how you have the chaser up top, and we'll go from there. 1 passes to 2, 5's going to cover, 4 and 3 rotates. Ball goes to the corner to 4. 4 is going to come out and rotate. 3 is going to take away the strong side block. 2 comes down here on the weak side. Ball goes back to the wing. Guy in help comes and covers. Everyone rotates back. Ball goes back to the middle. Everybody's back to home. Tries to beats the chaser. Guy helps. Opposite wing. Now same thing. Block goes to corner. It's a wing. Block goes to corner. This guy rotates back on the weak side. This guy helps take away high post. This guy tries to cut baseline, takes it away. Ball goes to high post. You see the setup there. And then eventually trying to get it back to the main guy, and then the chaser picks it off. Okay, so we'll go a little bit quicker here. Go back to the first setup and let you see how that looks a little faster pace. And that's it, guys. So again, this is one in which you're playing against a team where their offense is a one-man show in a sense. You got some other guys that can score, but they may not necessarily be consistent, or they may not be a game changer as they score. Some guys who aren't averaging, they may come out and they may score 10 points that game because they were left open more than normal. They don't average 10 points. It's not going to make a difference. Like, you want the best guy to basically be taken out of their offense. Again, it's not something you run the entire game. It's something that you run at times, unless the other team is really that bad and can't do anything offensively. In that case, you can probably just do a box and one and call it a day. But this is something where you have, again, a one-star player. Everyone else is kind of just relying on him, but they're somewhat talented, but they're not smart enough to where they'll pick that apart. This is called trash. So hope this helps you. Let me know in your comments below. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.